On his first day as a wealthy individual, the young man felt ecstatic with his stylish haircut. He sat beside the landlady, tense and avoiding eye contact. He took out multiple 50,000 yuan bills to pay off months of overdue rent and cover the next 6 months' rent. In the landlady's admiring gaze, he confidently cleared his debts in cash by getting into a Panamera, requesting no change. Shunzi, the young man, appears impressive and feels proud of himself. He was a hopeless loser with no prospects just 2 hours ago. After 30 years, he had achieved little and lived in a dilapidated rental. He planned to end his miserable life by burning all his belongings, but was overtaken by his own stench. Shunzi rushed to the bathhouse, envious of the rich guy's watch, reflecting on real life. Heaven may have listened to Shunzi's thoughts, as fate was about to change. While washing his hair, Shunzi dropped the soap, which bounced and ended up at the wealthy man's feet. Shunzi found a wealthy man's locker key and, noticing the man was still, had a daring idea. He left his key near the rich man's feet. He wanted to experience a day of wealth before dying. Thus, Shunzi transformed into a successful young man and even went over to show off to the girl he liked, but she responded to him. Shunzi felt deep pain, realizing his past failures weren't just due to money. Despite his pretenses, he still felt like a loser. He hurried to the hospital to return everything, but Joon had lost his memory. The two had accidentally exchanged identities. Shunzi rushed back to the car to think. Since Joon had no memories, he could savor this luxurious experience a bit longer. Using the car's navigation, he discovered a luxurious apartment and was amazed by Joon's opulent mansion, puzzled about his profession. How could he be so rich? Shunzi no longer worried about anything and relaxed on the leather sofa, enjoying comfort. It's easier to become wealthy than to lose wealth. Joon, suffering from amnesia, was taken to Shunzi's rundown rental by a nurse named Dame. Surrounded by disorder and a hanging rope, he felt like a failure throughout his life. Despite losing his memory, Joon retained his habits, tidied his room, noted clues about his identity, and felt a strong connection to knives. Dame invited Joon to her family's restaurant to assist, motivated by kindness and her payment of his medical bills. Dame's mother doubted that someone unaware of their identity could manage kitchen work. Joon surprised everyone when he began working. Joon quickly sliced the seaweed roll into coin-thin pieces. He chopped a pickled radish into sticks and arranged them neatly on a plate. Seaweed rolls offered at a civilian price meet star-rated restaurant standards, keeping diners engaged. Dame's restaurant became an internet sensation. Joon was puzzled despite many coming to see his knife skills. He has amnesia and doesn't recall his past, but retains muscle memory with a knife. He should not be living in a shabby rental, given his skills as a chef. Joon discovered a key clue in his room's calendar. He was meant to go somewhere on the 25th. He attended the appointment, but was unexpectedly pulled into a van and taken to Korea's Hae-jin as an extra. Joon forgot his dreams of acting, often making mistakes on set. Joon, strong-willed by nature, accepted his role as an extra and was determined to uphold a basic standard as an actor. Joon practiced his lines on the rooftop while doing sit-ups, using a pin in his mouth to take on unwanted roles. Joon impressed as a bodyguard in an action scene, showcasing his skills with challenging moves, which earned him the director's favor and a speaking role. Who exactly is Joon? His top-notch knife skills and exceptional martial arts, combined with strong willpower, suggest a special past before his memory loss. Shunzi, living with Joon, noticed the closet stocked with military uniforms and a cabinet filled with cash. When the TV is on, a beautiful woman is always practicing yoga. Shunzi recognized it as a live surveillance feed. Shunzi accidentally opened a hidden door while grabbing red wine, revealing various IDs and passports. Numerous weapons and advanced devices were present. Shunzi, observing the surveillance footage, realized that Xiaohua was in possession of evidence against a fund company and was planning to report it to the prosecutor's office, while a police call came from a nearby pager. Shunzi realized the yoga beauty was a key witness, and the military man was a top agent safeguarding her. Shunzi reluctantly agreed to take on an honorable task for the military guy. It had nothing to do with her beauty. Shunzi took on the duty of protecting the witness, monitoring Xiaohua, initiating conversations, giving gifts, and being romantic. Witness protection? He was definitely flirting. Over time, Xiaohua developed feelings for Shunzi. One day, the military guy's phone in the hidden room rang. Shunzi answered and was invited to discuss the commission. Shunzi, pretending to be a military figure, met with a caller who turned out to be from a fund company. They offered him cash and pressured him to kill a woman to prevent her from giving evidence to the prosecutors. Shunzi discovered that the military guy was actually a skilled professional killer. Oh my, a top assassin with amnesia just happened to become an unnamed extra. Joon's dedication and unique performance style quickly impressed the director, allowing him to rise from a background actor with no lines to a popular second male lead, gaining increased screen time and fame. May became his manager to help manage fan requests for autographs. Challenge emerged with the love scenes. Used to action roles, Joon felt awkward during romantic scenes and kept glancing where he shouldn't. Joon, feeling frustrated after multiple NGs, vented his feelings to May, unable to watch any longer, decided to help Joon express his feelings by pushing him against the wall. But that push subtly changed their relationship. Joon visited the mountains with May's family, observing her play by the river, rarely smiling. Joon wished time would freeze while lying on the ground. Fate was unkind as it began to rain on their return. Joon experienced déjà vu as he recalled a similar scene from his last mission, where he washed off blood at a bathhouse after a rainy night and met Shunzi. In that moment, Joon recalled memories, returning to his true home and grasping the situation. Shunzi, who had stolen the keys at the bathhouse, had been using his identity to get so close to the target, which made Joon extremely angry, and he rushed to Xiaohua's house to knock Shunzi down. Joon, a killer by profession, doesn't commit murder. He negotiates with targets to help them fake their deaths and assume new identities. He can earn double without anyone dying. Joon advised Xiaohua to flee overseas, but now both he and Shunzi are being pursued. Xiaohua won't leave Shunzi behind. Shunzi believes he doesn't deserve Xiaohua and feels indifferent to his own death. Joon is very angry seeing Shunzi downcast. He had visited Shunzi's strict but caring father before. He has seen all of Shunzi's plays. Joon reprimanded Shunzi for having dreams but not putting in the effort, leading to his current situation. In recent days, Joon lived a warm, dream-filled life by switching identities with Shunzi. Joon envies Shunzi greatly. He has had enough of being a killer and just wants to live well, so he made a decision. Joon contacted the client to set the transaction location. He chose to use his recently practiced acting skills for a genuine performance. Joon informed May that he had regained his memory and wanted to sever all ties with her. May, upset and crying, followed Joon as he drove away. The client arrived at the abandoned factory to finalize the deal as directed by Joon. Shunzi, disguised as a killer, dragged and killed Xiaohua in front of the client. The low-tier actor's explosive performance frightened the client. Joon, disguised as a hitman, confronts Shunzi over stolen business. The planned plot was disrupted when May jumped in during the staged fight. May insisted on staying involved despite Joon's warning. In a pivotal moment, Shunzi quickly used a prop knife against Joon, hitting the target, while Xiaohua pressed a button, releasing a container from above. The three were uncertain about their fate, and the client sent someone to investigate, but the blood on the ground deterred everyone from getting close. The three were safely hidden in the container while Shunzi sprayed blood from a hose. May was in tears, believing Joon was hurt. Touched by her emotions, Joon revealed his true identity. May no longer cared about Joon's past. She now viewed him as trustworthy from their time together. She brought Joon back to the crew for filming. In a romantic setting, Joon expressed his feelings for May. Joon pursued acting and achieved stardom. The director mentioned he is acting with a new actor today. Joon smiled, realizing the kid understood now. The film Lucky Key is adapted from the Japanese movie The Method of Stealing Keys, which was also remade in China featuring Hua Zi in the crowd. The Korean version enhances the film's comedic elements while preserving its emotional core and rich kimchi flavor. The character Shun, who has a very tragic life and feels hopeless, wants to die. But when brother Joon takes over his life, he doesn't fall into despair. He leads an orderly life and learns acting, becoming a star. Determination, not luck, changes fate.